Anyway, last but not least, folks, did y'all hear about this Supreme Court case that's going to the Supreme Court about a drug-sniffing dogs? Did y'all hear about this? Well, believe it or not, in the state of Florida, and you're talking about the colon of America, there's another colon of America. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's geographically positioned as the colon of America. But anyway, in Florida, they actually busted an individual by passing a drug dog by the house of this individual. And that's it. Just they had this drug dog just pass by the house right in the front yard. And because the drug dog actually reacted in a positive drug manner, they actually used that as probable cause to raid the home and bust people for marijuana possession. I kid you not, for Christ's sake, man. This is not a joke. I mean, let's break it down to you like this, all right? This is what the Supreme Court is going to hear. Whether or not a dog sniff is probable cause for warrants and, busting down doors and, busting up people's homes and that sort of thing. I mean, can you believe this crap? I mean, just imagine if you're a freaking pothead. If you're one of these dumbass potheads who's out here blazing, freaking joints the size of your middle fingers on a consistent basis. You know the type of idiot I'm talking about. Every time you pass by this guy smells like he just came out of a Cheech and Chong movie or some crap. Just imagine that if the freaking cops decided to go and put that dog anywhere around your apartment, anywhere around your home, and the dog gave a positive response for drugs, that becomes enough probable cause to just bust down your door and bust you for possession. I mean, if this is what the cops are going to do, why do we need police officers then? I mean, if we're just going to go ahead and throw down any liberties and separation of powers, and we're going to, just completely disregard, the First Amendment and all the amendments of the Constitution, if we're going to do this, then why the hell do we need police officers for? I mean, the whole concept of police officers was for them to investigate and get enough probable cause so they can go to a judge and say, hey, look, after, a couple of weeks of investigation, a month of investigation, we've come up with this, we've come up with that. All we need for you to do, Judge, is sign off on this freaking warrant so we can go in there and bust this idiot. But no, now all they got to do is just get a freaking dog to pass by your house, and if the dog is positive in response to any kind of, I don't know, a whiff of marijuana, a whiff of whatever the hell. I mean, you know that they can even, these freaking dogs can sniff out pirated movies now? Can you believe this crap? They can sniff out pirated movies. So that's what I'm saying, folks. I mean, this is just disgusting. This is just disgusting. And believe it or not, the reason it got to the Supreme Court was because these goddamn idiot courts, these appellate courts in Florida, actually upheld this crap for the cops in Florida. So that just goes to show you what type of garbage that's living down there in Florida, for Christ's sake, that the appellate courts thought that the dog, some police dog, being able to sniff your house from the outside and having a positive response to drugs is enough probable cause to bust down your door. I mean, the Florida appellate courts actually upheld this. That's why this is going to the United States Supreme Court, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, it makes me sick. But, are the people getting mad? Are Americans getting mad? No. Just as long as you continue to have the dollar value menu and you continue to, have idiots prance around like a bunch of jerk dicks on American Idol and on freaking Dancing with the Stars, that's all these idiots care about. I mean, totalitarianism, they don't care about that. Taking away liberties, they don't care about that. They don't care about any of this crap. Stupid, man. Unbelievably stupid. So let me tell you something. If the coppers are going to be upheld on this, then we don't need as many cops on the street anymore. You know what I mean? We don't. We don't need cops on the street. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating that we cut cops on the street. All right? And if we're not going to cut cops, the least we could do is just, subsidize the cops. All right? Let's go ahead and, hire Blackwater or somebody of that nature. Because you know what's really unfortunate, folks? Is that you get your ass beat by the cops. Yeah, you can try to sue the city, but good luck trying to collect, all right? Unless they have you on video like old Rodney King, and Rodney King better count his lucky stars that some idiot with a freaking video camera caught that on videotape. Because if you're just getting your ass beat by the cops and there ain't no videotape, well, then it's just tough titty for you. All right? But, I mean, if we're going to just disregard liberty, I mean, the whole reason why we have all these pigs is for them to investigate, to have all these detectives and have all these people, you know, look around supposedly fighting crime, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. But no, you know what? They're trying to literally throw down the laws so that it can make their job easier. Let me tell you something, coppers. If you're going to disregard liberty to make your goddamn job easier, well, then we shouldn't even need you on the street, you know? I'd rather take my chances with my own self-protection than to have a bunch of abusive, power-hungry pigs on the street, which are nothing more than a sanctioned gang. All right, nothing more than a sanctioned freaking gang. So for all you pigs that are out there listening and are saying, oh, I can't believe you're saying that, well, you know what, tough titty, because my tax dollars pay your salary, you idiot, all right? And if you don't like it, well, then tough titty. Don't come by my neighborhood then, you stupid moron. And let me tell you something else. If anything happens to me, I'm not calling the police either. I'm calling Blackwater. I'm calling mercenaries, for Christ's sake, and get the job really done. Instead of having a bunch of Dunkin' Donut-eating cops just standing around. Haven't you noticed that? Whenever there's a freaking crime scene, for Christ's sake, these Dunkin' Donut cops, all they're doing is just standing around laughing. You know what? There's a dead body on the floor, they put a cover on it, and they just, you know, stand around there laughing, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? Whenever they get done with some high-speed pursuit, what do? They just stand around there and, yeah, well, I had him, you know, I don't know if you saw it there. I had him here, and he did one of these turns here, and then he hit there. Shut up, pig. Just sit over there and do your fucking job, you stupid copper, instead of sitting over here trying to, you know, abuse your authority on everyday citizens that pay your salary. Go catch the criminal, you jerk.